Welcome back, athletes, Mad Dog athletes, to Mad Dog TV. Today we're going to go over CrossFit Games 3.3, and you'll see that there's a couple of things that are unique about this, or not necessarily unique, but involved in this workout that you might need to know, or that you'll need to know for the workout, but also for other people who are not doing the workout. I think there's some interesting things in here that are going to be good for you to just kind of keep in mind and for your performance in other workouts, or in the workouts if you're not going to do 13.3. So the first thing is that that you need to know for 13.3. It's obviously it's wall ball, 150 wall balls, 90 double unders, 30 muscle ups. Really, all we're going to talk about right now is wall balls, because that's the nastiest part of this thing. And the things I think in this training for this that will transfer over, or doing well in this workout will transfer over nicely to some other workouts that you do at the gym, and then also through the summer. So the first thing is, for wall balls, the first thing you want to work on is movement. The position part of it is going to be that deep squat position. So when you warm up, you're gonna want to open up your hips this way, and then open up and be able to flex your ankles so that you can be in this nice deep position. Now, so what you're looking for is in this deep position, you want to be able to hit that position 150 or as many times as you can. So what you're going to do for that, two things. This elbows upright position is really aided by some external rotation. You can see if I just keep moving this way, all of a sudden it's front rack position, right? So make sure that you keep your make sure that you mobilize your back, the standard stuff. And then I'm really liking this mid back with the foam roller, and then leaning back with the bar, putting your hand underneath the bar, and that was demonstrated in Kelly's video. And there, I'll try to post some other video links to that stretch. Second thing that we've been doing, get this. Right, we want to be able to stretch, and you'll feel that when you're stretching out here, this is going to need some work on most of us. So what we've been doing is putting your chest up, and I think we did this not in this last Thursday workout, but the Thursday before. You're leaning into a pole. You have the yoga block, the ball right here. You're going to move like this, and you have a super friend pulling on your hand out that way. And I'll post. This is very nicely demonstrated in a K-Star video. Second thing is, and then also the hip floss, and we have a whole workout here. I'll put this into the blog post that you can do. Warm up. So the next thing that we're going to work on is really just movement through the positions of that deep squat and then full hip extension. To get that to go and to flow through the workout, almost everybody's saying what's super important with wall balls is flow. The thing that makes that happen really nicely, especially on a workout that just goes and on, it seems like it goes on and on for like this workout is that you want to be able to breathe through the work. You want to be able to breathe through that wall ball, coming down and coming up. And it's a little bit hard for sure, because it goes a little bit crazy about midway through there. But one of the things that you can do is that you can warm up with some front squats, about half of what you normally do, maybe a little bit less. And then you just get the front squats and you just talk to your warm-up partner. And you're just doing that. And what that starts doing is that makes sure that you're not holding your breath. And then what you can do from that is just kind of you can teach your body just how to start moving without holding your breath, and somehow teaching your body to stabilize with the other muscles without relying on holding your breath in that inter-abdominal pressure. The third thing that we're going to work on is really more of a recovery strategy for this, because you'll see what happens with this workout. It turns out it's not that violent explosive movement up. It's catching that ball and then bringing it down in a controlled manner that kills you. It gets all these quads pretty lit up, and then right up into here too. That's called the eccentric load, the eccentric part of this movement. And I think this is the great, we're going to have to start doing wall balls a little bit more, because this is great, especially for going downhill. For those of you who are practicing or training for the Tough Mudder or any of your trail running this summer, this is a great exercise for that, because it's a little bit of a light load, that you can do, good amount of time, and you can really strengthen and get these muscles ready for that eccentric loading. A couple of years ago, a woman got really kind of messed up with rhabdo, running a race in Colorado, a 100-miler, because she was so excited and doing so well in the race that she ran a little bit faster, and that adds a lot of load to that quad, and she hadn't trained for that, got rhabdo really bad, almost died. So I'm not saying that's going to happen to you, but what I'm saying is this kind of wall ball thing is a really good training exercise for other stuff outside of the gym. Now when you get done, it would be a great idea to hip floss and do some banded hip flexor. We'll put that on the web as well, and then and then hip floss or whatever your favorite, maybe hamstring rainbow, something for the back right here. If you can do that a little bit after the workout, that would be best, and then a little bit later you'll notice that a lot less soreness in the morning. And finally, one last thing that I found out the hard way last night. Make sure for these kind of short workouts, in the 8 to 12 minute workouts that you can really go pretty hard in, that you eat and drink before your workout. Super important. Solid food 2 hours before, or even if you can't figure that out, you can't get the schedule or whatever, maybe it's easy for you to get nauseous, maybe just some liquid carbs, so not beer, but some defizz Coke, some Gatorade, that will help goo. Anything like 20 minutes before, that will really help you midway through the workout. Like I said on our little thread, what happens is that if you feel yourself getting really negative and just, it's really hard to kind of stay focused and motivated, it's because you're running out of carbs. So don't let that happen to you. Eat something before if you can. So one last thing we're going to do for this is if you're coaching for this workout, help people stay focused on this and just keep them going. 2 good coaching tips that Marshall gave me yesterday, which is really just in general for the wall ball. Don't let your torso get tipped over. The second that you start getting tipped over like this, that ball starts coming through, and it's really hard, on that 80th, 90th rep, to just that little extra motion of coming from here to here and then up. It's just really expensive at that time. So as much as you can stay upright. And the second thing is that Marshall really helped me out with, I set my timer on 30 seconds and tried to do 7. I hung with it for a little while, but it got kind of difficult at the end. I think my pace was 7 minutes, 7 for every 30 seconds. I think probably 15 in a minute is probably a better, or maybe a little bit less, but then, yeah, it's problematic. After a while, basically what he did, and I think is the best thing, use the timer for the first 8 minutes, and then just turn the timer off, and then just go as much as you can. I think that really helps. And the coaching can really help with this, just like pick up the ball and just do 1 or 2 or 3. It's a little bit annoying from the athlete's point, but in the end, you're grateful for it because there's nothing that you want to do less than pick up that ball. So you really need some external guidance, and it really helps to have your coach just gently, hey, pick up the ball, it's time to pick up the ball. Thank you for coming and listening to this and watching this video. Have a great time this weekend. All the stuff will be on the board. If you have any questions, post, Facebook, blog, whatever, and we'll try to get to it. All right, good luck, and thanks for coming back to Mad Dog TV.